Hello everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So this is a general reading, take whatever resonates, leave the rest. So this is a very Taurian yet Scorpio energy. This is a very grounded yet luxury kind of an energy which is very transformative and consists of many death and rebirths. Somebody sees you or recognizes your energy from somewhere. This person has this uncanny feeling that they know you. This could be someone that you bumped into in a public space. It could be a club, it could be the gym, it could be a park, it could be on social media. It could be anything or everything you could imagine, but this person's energy has definitely caught you off guard. This does feel like someone that is more focused on you than you might be focused on them, simply because I see you in a very witchy space of your own. You have your potions, you have your incense sticks, you have crystals, you have your cards. Some of you work a lot with water. You could be water babies, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you are witnessed or seen or spotted by this person in the park or they're nearby. Something about this person seems not exactly like a secret admirer, that they're being creepy or lurking around. They just spot you, they look at you, maybe they pass you a smile, maybe they say hi, but let me tell you, you are their new crush and they might not even know that. This person feels at a loss of power or composure. This person feels like they're kind of whipped by your essence. You have this very soft, girly, yet seductive, yet enchanting vibe too. Someone could actually get lost within you for hours and hours simply because you're that deep, but you're also very light. You're like a breath of fresh air that kind of washes you off like a wave of water. There's something about you that's very melodious, poetic, yet fun, lighthearted, and cool as well. The way you dress, there's like not one attire or personality type. You are multifaceted, so they're gonna see you in different outfits, or they're gonna see you in different hairstyles, or they're gonna see you with different makeup, or they're gonna see a lot of sides to you, and they wouldn't know exactly what is the real version of you. Who are you behind all these avatars or these phases of you? This person is very curious about who you really are. Now, for a few of you that have actually made it this far into the reading, there comes an additional message that this is also how the person on your mind sees you. So it might not relate with you as a secret admirer, but a specific person that has been on your mind, or you feel like you're in a soulmate connection with this person. Somebody over here could be of age 26, 28 or 32. The person that you're dealing with, especially if they're male, they could be 25 or 21 or even 45. For some of you, you knew this person when you were 17 years old or 26 years old. This person could be Libra, this person could be Pisces, this person could be Capricorn, and they could be a Taurus sun, moon, rising. They have a very strong sunny-like presence. So this is related with first house. The way that they approach life intrigues you as well. Recently, you may have noticed something about this person, or if this resonates as a secret admirer, this is additional information from spirit about this person, that you find it a bit weird and not that trustworthy to completely allow this person in your life or to begin exploring a connection with them, simply because of how confusing they come towards you, how confused they make you feel. And Spirit wants to let you know that that is because this person feels at a loss of power and composure. They are not instantaneously drawn towards a woman that makes them feel like wow. And I also feel like because you are so grounded in your depth. It's almost like your presence is very large and it's very deep, and since you're like that, you're okay with it. You've made peace with your depths. You're not looking for people to save you from it or from your shadows. In fact, you step into the shadow as a ritual of claiming another part of yourself, right? This person, on the other hand, may or may not have witnessed that level of intimacy with themselves, or the fact that they've attracted you in their life. And I feel like this person might be a bit obsessive in the way that they're not stalking you, but they constantly ruminate about you, think about you. There's a very Aladdin genie type of a vibe, and Jasmine, like how her curves and her silhouette and little beads around her, this glittery, shimmery, honey complexion that she has, rich complexion, beauty, luscious thick hair, big eyes, doe eyes. It's like the face is, very angelicious, but the body is of a devil. It's like, it's so confusing for this person to exactly understand why they're so drawn towards you. Spirit is again reaffirming this is about the person on your mind, and you're so contagious that this person has almost understood that there is no way that they're gonna get you unless and until they actually reach that level of provider and protector. This person feels so magnetized, and they just have this feeling of you're like a temptress. There's something very dangerous about you to this person. There's very strong Saturn energy, like even though it serves the illusion or the temptation and seduction facet, this person knows that there is the involvement of life lessons over here. And it's also like you're an enigma for this person, and they feel like they're getting sucked into this feminine energy. Before patriarchy existed, people used to praise and worship Mother Gaia. Matriarchal societies used to be formed before that. People have ancient burials and temples underground where women used to be worshipped. And a lot of this has unfolded over time, which we have progressed and left behind as the dangers of feminine energies. People used to worship goddesses. There is something about the magnitude at which this energy calls this person in. It's not that you're seducing this person. They feel like it's seduction because it's so deeply ingrained in the conditioning of mankind that even some women tend to get scared of their own ancient wisdom. So that is where I feel like this person is being drawn to their own feminine energy through the reflection of you, because your container is expanding in terms of how much depth that you have. Sometimes you get very tiresome, sometimes you get overwhelmed by your own, depths of emotions. On the other hand, this person's level of incompetency, unless proven otherwise, is something that immediately urges you to reassure your own sense of being. You may have manifested this specific lover in a place of psychological wound where you thought that I am too deep, how am I going to ever meet my match? What surprises me and this person is that they resonate with your level of depth, however they're scared to jump into that depth of their own. This person wants to bask in your deepness. This person wants to drink. This person wants to bathe. This person wants to feel your energy, your essence. It's so pure, it feels so divine, it's almost like a high. But this person is so scared because they know what it's gonna ask from them, and that's why it translates as a measly fear of commitment, but it's not that, because this is an ancient connection. somebody that has a warrior-like exterior, somebody that hides their personality. This is giving me the image of a queen or a princess getting married to another king or a prince, respectively. But there's a soldier behind her who had taken an oath to protect her for eternity, and he's crying because he's watching her get married. And the queen or the prince feels a sense of rejection, like why we can't be together. But it's like the soldier is so attached to the promises that are binding of word and common law that love is being defeated. So both of them, the queen and the soldier, both of them are abiding by what is required of them to fulfill their duties. And especially the queen seems like she has been given a birthright to be a queen. However, she does not want to be that. She just wants to be a woman, and she feels the most womanly when she's loved by the right man. But it seems like, again, an urgency within this person where they can't seem to get their cloak, their armor off. It's become a part of their role, it's become part of their psyche that they would have to really, really destruct a lot of these mental constraints in order to accept a love that has no bounds. It's completely ethereal. You could resonate with this as a soulmate connection, or if you believe or think that this is your twin flame connection with another person. However, this is going through a karmic phase because there's not much that I see that is required to do or to be done on your end, rather on this person's end, in terms of familiarity with what is right and wrong. There was no right and wrong before it was made right and wrong. For you, we have the card of Archangel Phanuel. This is talking about idyllic memories. This is talking about optimism and hope. This is talking about spreading your wings and remaining in your power. This is about how you're gonna soar high despite who decides to join you or not. This is still a very melancholic phase for the person that we're describing and whose energy is wrapping you around. This person pops up in your head from time to time. This person lives rent-free in your mind because they're constantly thinking of you and what could be done and what they could make of this connection. We have the card of physical issues, which talks about illnesses, accident, and injury. I believe this is something that this person conditioning defeats them to act upon. They are so horrified with what they've been told is right and wrong that this person just can't seem to bring themselves to approach you or embrace this connection. It's something that seems like a forbidden fruit that they have claimed it to be forbidden. I don't think that there's a participation of third party, so to speak, but their own psyche, their own fears, their own fears around commitment or intimacy. But this is not, again, a measly commitment fear. This is more like, whoa, like she's deep. She's really deep. I wonder if I can be the right person for her. This is a masculine energy looking at a feminine energy and almost ostracizing himself that am I gonna ever be able to match up? We have the card of Mummy, which talks about change, which is quite related to the energy that I was picking up of the Egyptian kings and queens. This person is somebody that is most likely to remain in the shadows than to come forward and embrace you as their companion, simply because there is something that is so energetically criticized between the both of you that maybe comes from a past life, simply because it carries a lot of spiritual baggage. This is not just about this lifetime and modern love stories. This feels ancient because it is ancient. There is a recommendation from Spirit if you feel guided to take Reiki sessions to lighten the load of this connection or cut cords. This would be very helpful for you because it is a strenuous situation, and that's why it came with the examples of goddesses being worshipped, ancient charge over here, past life energies, where one person just doesn't dare to approach you simply because what he holds within his mind is not just limited to this lifetime, but the energetic charge and the karmic pain that he's carrying towards you from a previous lifetime. So it seems like, again, there's not much that Spirit wants you to do apart from just taking care of your own temple, because this can be strenuous, and this person may also wake up fantasizing about you from past life memories or physical illnesses or ailments, because their consciousness wants them to also release pain from past when it comes towards you. That could sometimes manifest as physical illnesses, right? It's like the body is still preparing and matching up to what the soul is bringing forward. So sometimes tweaks happen here and there, and maybe allergies or colds or chest pain or pain in the legs and joints, these areas, or heaviness on the shoulders, neck area. There are certain ways in which the emotional pain and the soul that is trying to clear out karma manifests as physical illnesses. It seems like something about this, a seed of consciousness has flowed into you, which means you've had many lifetimes, and all of them don't have to be with each other, but it is definitely an indication of old souls that are carrying levels of consciousness, seeds of consciousness, where there may have been war, there may have been separation, may have been sexism, where you just couldn't get to end this connection. It's not all sad, because I do feel that you've been great cataclysmic relationships for each other. But I think the strength of this relationship comes and is born from your past life memories more than the ones you have experienced off lately with each other. Something about it binds you together because of the chemistry you feel at a soul level, not because of what you've experienced in this lifetime. Okay, I'm gonna leave this message over here. I hope it resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye bye.